part of Robespierre in the play Danton by Romain Rolland.
I'm Larissa Zalmit, and I'm playing the part of Mrs. Minament from The Way of the Word by William Congreve.
My name is Simona Barnett. I shall be playing the part of Marie from the play Wojciech by Georg Büchner.
I am Carissa Bon and I'm going to play the part of Nina from The Seagull by Anton Chekhov.
I am Jennifer Mancham. I will be playing the part of Célimène from The Misanthrope by Molière.
My name is Dr. Shirley. I will be portraying Antigone from the play Antigone by Sophocles.
I trust no man. I can see lies in their faces, their eyes, their mouths, their hands, their whole body lies. Suspicion poisons every thought I have. I was intended for a quieter existence. I have seen Lafayette, Dumouriez, the king, the aristocrats, all of them betrayed, one after the other. The soldiers would have surrendered the nation 20 times had they not feared the guillotine awaiting them. 3/4 of the members are conspiring against the convention. Vice is curbed under the discipline imposed by the revolution. But the republic will be victorious. But oh God, and what midst of devastation. The vice is like the hydra. Every drop of blood that falls to the ground grows up into a monster and clutches the best men in its hands. They fall as if stricken by the plague. The day before yesterday it was Philippot. Today it will be Desmoulins, my childhood best friend, my brother. Who will be the next traitor?
I'll never marry unless I am first made sure of my will and pleasure. My dear liberty, shall I live thee? My faithful solitude, my darling contemplation, must I bid thee adieu? Ah, adieu, my morning thoughts, agreeable walkings, indolent slumbers. I can do this then impossible, positively Mirabelle. I lie in a bed as long as I please, and here I won't be called names after I'm married. Positively, I won't be called names. I hear as wife, spouse, jewel, love, sweetheart, and the rest of the noisiest cant which men and their wives are so fulsomely familiar. I shall never bear that. Good Mirabelle, don't let us be familiar or fond, nor kiss before folks like Miss Medler and Sir Francis, nor go to Hyde Park in a new chariot to provoke eyes and whispers, as if we were proud of one another the first week, and ashamed of one another the day after. Let us never visit together, nor go to play together, but let us be strange and well-bred, strange as if we were married a great while, and bred as if we were married at all. Trifles as liberty, to receive and send letters to whom I please, to write and receive letters without interrogatories, to wear what I please, to have conversations only regarding to my own taste, to have no obligations to converse with wits that I don't like because they are your acquaintance, to be intimate with fools because they are your relations. Come to dinner when I please, dine in my dressing room when I'm out of humor without giving a reason, to be sole empress of my tea table, which you must never presume to approach without first asking leave. And lastly, wherever I am, you shall always knock on the door before you come in. These articles subscribed, if I continue to endure you a little longer, I may by degrees dwindle into a wife.
The man gives him an order, and he has to go, just like that. Look how they touch the light. I wonder what they are. What he say? Go to sleep, baby. Shut your eyes tight, tighter. That's it. Now you keep still or else he'll come and get you. Paul closed the shutter tight. A gypsy lad will come tonight. He will take you by the hand and lead you off to a gypsy land. They must behold an old crack in the back wall of a corner to live in, and a piece of broken glass to see with. That's enough for the likes of us. My mouth's as red as my lady's, though, for all her full-length mirrors and rows of fine gentlemen kissing her hand. And I'm just another poor girl. Shh, baby, go to sleep. Shut your eyes tight. Here comes the Sandman, walking across the wall. Keep your eyes closed. If he looks in them, you'll go blind. Neither was guile found in his mouth. Don't look at me, Lord. And the scribes and the Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery, and set her in the midst. And Jesus said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go, and sin no more. I can't, dear God. Don't take everything. At least, let me pray. And she stood at his feet behind him, weeping, and began to wash his feet with tears, and did dry them with the hairs of her head. And she kissed his feet, and anointed them with an ointment. Dead, all dead. Oh my Lord, if only I could anoint your feet.
Lions, eagles and partridges, and clad deer, geese, spiders, the silent fishes dwelling in the water, starfish and tiny creatures invisible to the eye, these and every form of life, every form of life invented them molecular round and become extinct. Thousands of centuries have passed since the earth bore a living being on its bosom. All in vain that young pale moonlight her lamp. No longer do the cranes wake and cry in the meadows. The hum of the cockchafer is silent in the linden groves. All is cold, cold, cold. Empty, empty, empty. Terrible, terrible, terrible. The bodies of living beings have vanished into dust. The eternal matter has converted them into stones, into water, into clouds, and all their spirits are merged in one. I am that spirit, the universal spirit of the world. In me lives the spirit of Alexander the Great, of Caesar, of Shakespeare, of Napoleon, and the meanest of the leeches. In me the consciousness of man is merged with the instinct of animals. I remember everything, 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 and in myself relive it, each individual life. I am alone. Once in 100 years I open my lips to speak, and my voice echoes sadly in the sentence and no one hears. You too pale fires, you hear me not. The corruption of the march engenders you towards morning, and you wander till the dawn, but without thought, without will, without robe of life, fearing lest life should arise in you. The Father of eternal matter, the devil affects in you, as in stones and water, a perpetual mutation of utterance you change unceasingly. All the universe remains constant and unchanging, like a captive flung into a deep empty well. I know not where I am nor what awaits me. One thing only is revealed to me, that with the cruel and stubborn struggle with the devil, the principle of material forces, it is fated that I shall be victorious. And thereafter, spirit and matter are to merge together in exquisite harmony, and the reign of universal will is to begin. But it cannot be till little by little, after a long, long series of centuries, the moon, the shining dog star, and the earth are turned to dust. Till then there shall be horror and desolation. Behold, my mighty antagonist, the devil approaches. I see his awful blood-red eyes.
Madam, I haven't taken your miss. I'm very much obliged to you for this, and I'll at once discharge the obligation by telling you about your reputation. You've been so friendly as to let me know what certain people say of me, and so I mean to follow your benign example by offering you a somewhat similar sample. The other day I went to an affair and found some most distinguished people there, discussing piety, both false and true. The conversation soon came round to you. Alas, your prudery and bustling zeal appeared to have a very slight appeal. Your affectation of a grave demeanour, your endless talk of virtue and of honour, the aptitude of your suspicious mind for finding sin where there is none to find, your towering self-esteem, that pitying face with which you contemplate the human race, your sermonizings and your sharp aspersions on people's pure and innocent diversions. All these were mentioned, madam, and in fact were wrongly and concertedly attacked. What good, they said, are all these outward shows, when everything belies her pious pose? She prays incessantly, but then, they say, she beats her maids and cheats them of their pay. She shows her zeal in every holy place, but still she's vain enough to paint her face. She holds that naked statues are immoral, but with a naked man she'd have no quarrel. Of course, I said to everybody there that they are being viciously unfair, but still they were disposed to criticize you, and all agreed that someone should advise you to leave the morals of the world alone and worry rather more about your own. They felt that one's self-knowledge should be great before one thinks of setting others straight, that one should learn the art of living well before one threatens other men with hell, and that the Church is best equipped, no doubt, to guide our souls and root our vices out. Madam, you're too intelligent, I'm sure, to think my motives anything but pure in offering you this counsel, which I do out of a zealous interest in you.
Come to my wedding chamber, come, your habitation sealed of gravel. My many family dead, finished, fetched, and final masters of Persephone. I am last to come, and lost to most of all. My life still in my hands, and yet I come towards a father's love, beloved by my mother, and by you, darling brother. Love. Yes, all of you, whom these hands of mine have washed, prepared and sped, with ritual for your burials. And now, sweet Polynesians, dressing you, I've earned this recompense, though richly honored you. The just, you'll say. No husband dead and gone, no children lisping mother could ever force me to withstand the city to its face. On what principles do I assert so much? Just this: a husband dead, another can be found. A child replaced. What once a brother is lost, no other brother can be born or grows again. That's my principle, which Crowan stigmatized as criminal. My principle for honoring you, my dearest brother. So taken, so am I led away, a spinster still, uncelebrated, barren and bereft of joy, no children to my name, an outcast, stripped of sympathy. I go alive towards these sepulchres of death. What ordinance, what law of heaven broken, what God left for such as me to cast my eyes towards? And whom address when sacraments must now be castigized as sacrilege? And if these things are smiled upon by heaven, why, when I'm dead, I know I've sinned. But if I find the sin was theirs, God spare them retribution much more terrible than what they now unjustly heap on me.